Alright guys, so it's been a while since we've done some videos, been insanely busy, so just kind of want to do an update of what's going on. I got a little bit of a rant to throw out there too, and maybe it's just the mood of everything right now going on in the world or whatnot, but just some tips to make everything a little bit easier. And we're going to do a couple other videos today as well, short ones. So update, we are still shipping live animals. We ship it Monday and Wednesday. Please watch the messages on the sites. Do not just click that pop-up that comes up on the site and don't read it. It's there for a reason, guys. It has important messages for you, like, are we shipping today? Are we not shipping today? You know, things like hub shipping. The message is also on the main page there as well. I try to do a really good job of also updating on our Facebook page. So I put this stuff everywhere. And one of my biggest gripes is summertime now, guys. It's hot, which means we reserve the right to ship your animals to your closest hub for pickup. Um, I care about the animals. I'm sorry, I don't care about you driving to pick them up. I don't mean that to sound rude, but I want these animals to arrive safely to you and not be on a hot truck out there delivering. FedEx has been very good about shipping and delivering and getting things somewhat on time, but you know, they're going to be a couple hours late, and it is what it is. So, and I'm not going to have stuff sitting on a truck if it's, you know, 85, 95 degrees. It's not going to happen, guys. So, something to think about when you're ordering frogs. Um, you know, other thing is feeders. Please, I mean, guys, we have a term section for a reason. Um, Read it. Our feeders, they are not guaranteed unless you do one of two things. Have it held at your post office for pickup. Again, same concept. You don't have these live bugs going around in a very hot postal truck all day, and it kills them. We do use ice packs and stuff, but that's not going to do anything. Imagine if it's 90 degrees and they're on an un-air conditioning metal truck. It's going to perish very quickly. So either A, have it held at your post office, or B, will gladly do overnight delivery for you. Not a problem. If you want to pay extra, we will gladly do that for you and guarantee the bugs. These terms are exactly like, you know, pretty much every other feeder bug and animal industry out there. So there's not really any surprises going on. So please read the messages. Please look at the terms when you're buying, because remember, when you purchase something, you're agreeing to those terms. I mean, you read them or you agree to them or, you know, whatever. You know, and I try to be really, really lenient with everybody and give everybody the benefit of the doubt, but we've had a couple people try to scam us on stuff now, or people that are just plain aren't reading the terms and not reading the pop-ups, and this is information I'm trying to give you about the health and the livelihood of your animal. These are not sales messages. We're not trying to push anything down your throat. I'm trying to give you beneficial information about when your stuff's going to arrive and when it's not. So please read that, guys. Saves us all a lot of time. Number two, thank you to everybody who has been very patient with the recovery process of the arm. We're getting a lot better. We're almost there this week as far as myself. I've done a lot more things with the animals, and we are beginning to ship again. So thank you for everybody who sent messages wishing me well on the recovery, and that has been patient while the shipping has kind of been a little bit delayed, because I can only do little things at a time until now I'm almost back to full speed. So again, thank you very much for the messages and the emails and the kind words. It's very much appreciated. And the last thing that I'll put in this rant is, well, probably close to the last thing. Research your frogs, guys. Have these setups done right. I make these videos for a couple of reasons. Giving you information, showing you how we do it here. We put the supplies on the site, which is exactly what we use here. So I give you all the tools to have a successful time with these frogs. Now, granted, these are live animals. There's always going to be something that's going to go wrong here and there. It is what it is when you're dealing with live animals of this number of magnitude. So, but please watch the information videos. Research whatever species you buy. have it set up and the parameters right before you get them. I'm going to say it again, slower. Have the setups done and the parameters right before you get them. And I say that because what's happening is that people are getting these frogs in. Some things might not be right, and I can tell you right now, people get the temperature and humidity is almost every single time that's wrong, and the temperature's too long. So now you have these frogs going from a situation where they're thriving and they're happy, and they go to another situation where they're stressed over shipping. Then they go to another spot where the husbandry's not right. So they're just going down the stress level. It's just getting high then, and then they don't eat, or they get sick, or something happens. So please, make sure everything is ready to go when these frogs land. Your temperatures are where they need to be. The humidity's where it needs to be. You're not putting a baby frog in a 50-gallon aquarium or with dry paper towels and the humidity's 10%. These things happen, guys. I'm not saying it just to complain, but these things drive me nuts, because then what happens is, guys, they'll have a bad time. The frog will end up not doing well or dying, and then guess whose fault it is? Blame that. This guy. And I can't go to your house and set up everything up for you. All I can do is make these videos, give you the information, be there on the phone, be there on the email, be there on the Facebook messages, which anybody knows who's dealt with us. I will always answer your emails and phone calls and text messages, if not right away, within a couple hours, if I'm not obviously doing something down in the frog room. I'm extremely accessible, way more accessible than most sites. Most sites, that 5 o'clock hits, guys, leave a message for the next day. I've been talking to people up till 9, 10, 11 o'clock at night. But that's okay, because I want to be here to help you guys out. But all I ask is just do a little bit more on the beginning side, so that hopefully we have a lot less issues on the outside. So if the husbandry's not correct, it's going to go downhill. That's a big one. And again, like, pay attention to this stuff. Don't, I'll get an email, everything's great, everything's fine, and then 20 days later, like, oh, my frog died, what happened? I have no idea, guys. I have no idea. You haven't talked to me in a month. If you want help, the communication goes both ways. Okay? So send me the messages, stay in tune, give me a call, and don't give me this, oh, I've been doing frogs for 20 years, so I'm obviously perfect. I don't want to hear that. It's you know what, everything's different. We all make mistakes. I don't care how long you've been doing it. I've been doing it 25 years as well, and I still make mistakes. So let's all work together. We all make less mistakes. The frogs get healthier, everybody has a good time. So that's the end of my rant there. This is just some of the problems that I've seen happen, with people just buying the tons of stuff in the past couple of months with this coronavirus, with no shows. And the shows, people think it's better buying at shows too, but you're buying from a third party. And what a lot of people don't understand, or probably they don't even realize, it's not even that you don't understand, you don't know, you can't understand something that's not given to you. We are the only breeder that retails to the public. That's it. There are other great companies that distribute. They do not breed. The other larger producers do not sell directly to the public. You cannot retail from them. You're not going to get a website to pick out what morph you want, or what you see is what you get section where you get to pick out the actual frog. You don't get that. There is no other breeder that does that. We are it. And that is fine. I love doing that for you guys. And to be honest with you, it's way easier to wholesale. And that's what a lot of the, and I don't blame the other guys for doing that, but I love working with you guys. I love you guys getting the frogs, and that's why I do it that way. It's honestly, if you look at our prices on the site, it's not about the money on the frogs. We're not making a lot of money on the frogs. But I like the fact that you guys can come buy breeder direct, have it right there. You're talking to the breeder when you call. It's an experience that I set up that way so that it's what makes us different. And It is what it is. And I'm not saying that there's no other great companies out there. I'm not saying that. Josh's Frogs is a great company. I do a lot of business with Josh's Frogs. I've been friends with them for over a decade. There's a lot of great companies. But as far as buying from a breeder direct, at this moment, as we make this video, we're it. You're not going to be able to go online and buy breeder direct retail like what we do. So guys, again, I'm sorry for this rant, but I feel that some of this stuff has to be talked about and discussed about because it goes both ways. That's kind of some of the issues I've been seeing on this end, and I think if we all work together in some of these issues and be a little bit more proactive, I think everybody's going to have a much better time with everything, and you don't have to go crazy, and the frogs are going to do well. So if you have any questions, if you need anything at all, go ahead, comment below. If not, I went over in the video how you can get a hold of me, of course, as well. Go to the website. Make sure to subscribe. Make sure to like this video, and we'll make sure to keep making them for you. If you don't subscribe, you don't be active, we think you don't like them, and we stop making them. So please hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Take care, guys, and we'll see you soon.